We're Laura and Brian, also known as a couple of quins. We love our city of Dayton, old houses, and dogs. Recently, we purchased a 1905 Federal-style fixer-upper, and we've been renovating it during the pandemic.
Hello everybody, we're back at the Fed for another week. We are about to go inside. Brian just picked up the woodwork from Requarth for our custom moldings. I haven't seen them yet, so I can't wait to check that out. And then we're gonna start moving some stuff in and then
slowly but surely.
Yes, create a checklist of everything that we need to do to start finishing up some rooms. I think our top 3 priorities are kitchen, bathroom, and dining room. So let's go in. Wow. These are the edge pieces.
Yeah, so this goes around, around the corner.
And then these are the plain interior pieces. And then this is the baseboard for the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice. I'm gonna be so afraid to try to stain these. It's gonna be a scary job.
We need to create a to-do list of the most important things to get finished before we actually move in. Right?
Yeah, but I was just gonna go room by room. Because the things that we need to do before we move in is technically that's a whole separate list on its own. Like finding the gas leak. Still haven't done that. All right, so we're gonna start room by room. I think the most important room is the bathroom.
Big one with electrical is the lighting. The crown molding with the LED strips.
I can't focus. You've got this weird crusty on your eye again, right in that same spot.
Get it?
No. That's better. You still have eye stuff though.
Wake me up when you're ready.
Well, after woodworking, probably wallpaper.
Talk to the shower corner too. Is that what you're talking about there? Okay.
I already have all of it. Clean up the threshold. That would have been so awesome if I had gotten it. Felt like that was real close.
It was.
Kitchen is gonna have a lot.
There's one drawer. Here's 2. Ooh, buddy. This thing is some serious furniture.
Wow, that looks incredible.
Ow!
Alright, let me close. Yeah, I think that looks awesome, and I think it's perfect just right where it is.
Looks good. So we've been a little burnt out lately. So we haven't really been like working much. We created the top priorities checklist, and then we haven't done anything on it.
The first thing we're doing is not at all related to anything on the checklist. We're picking up a mirror over the fireplace.
Yeah.
So, but that's the thing with like Facebook Marketplace treasures. You don't know when they're gonna pop up, and you gotta scoop it up.
Yeah. Once I get this. Stay.
Oh yeah.
Stay. Stay.
Oh, I got it.
Sit down. Sit. Come on. Sit. Yeah, good. Stay. I don't want you getting on the mirror, bud.
We got the mirror. I think it's gonna look great.
I think it will too. Pete, you're such an uncomfortable
I think
position.
it could be a little bit bigger, but for the price, can't be beat. The other ones we were looking at were like over $1,000 for anything even remotely close to this size.
Yeah. $1,000 for a mirror? Hold the goons.
I know.
To the Fed, drop off mirror, and then to Sherwin-Williams, and go check out some stains. I've got to pick up.
It's gonna be a great day.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be so much fun.
This is the old mirror. It's gonna go somewhere else in the house. It's just not quite big enough. So let's take this down and we'll see how the new one looks.
Look how pretty it is. Oh my goodness gracious. That hurt my back. Okay. Here goes.
Back so you can see the whole thing. Yeah, it's too skinny. I was worried it wouldn't be wide enough.
Yeah, but it's huge. I think it's cool.
It does look pretty. It makes the ceilings feel taller.
Yeah.
But I do think ultimately we need a wider mirror to feel more balanced.
All right.
Oh,
Well, we can use this somewhere else at some point. But for now, it's a great
yeah.
a great placeholder.
Yeah, the mirror, that's $1,000 that I want, which I don't think I'm going to pay that much. So I'm probably never going to get it. But it's like almost a perfect fit from side to side and height.
Yeah.
So really, to feel balanced with this fireplace, the mirror needs to be much wider, unless we could find something to hang on either side to kind of make it feel a little bit more balanced. But I don't know what that would be. Yeah, something. I'll just kind of keep. Maybe we get
Couple of clarinets.
or like tall, skinny lamps, or something like that. I don't know. We can kind of play with it and see what we can find. It's pretty though.
Yes, it is. I like it.
All right. Off to get the stain. To Sherwin-Williams, so they can see the wood, and then we can kind of get, the general color.
Right, yeah.
I also want to test this color in the bathroom, because we might want to get a separate color, or have the bathroom stain matched separately for the baseboards. Because these baseboards are going to be in the bathroom. And we got them in oak, but technically the rest of the wood in the bathroom is pine. Pretty close.
Yeah.
I mean, really, all these colors are close enough. I think if we could make it, you know, one of those tones, it would be fine. All right.
Yeah.
Off to Sherwin-Williams. Let's go.
There's oil on it right now. So you're gonna have to oil prime it.
I don't know. That Cooper Brown looks pretty close.
Yeah, it does.
And then I feel like on the red oak,
Right, it'll
it's gonna
bring
make
out
it a
the red.
little bit more red.
I think you're right.
Be a little stinker.
Well, they didn't have the right color of stain in stock, so we're gonna check across the street at Grief Hardware and also get some screws, nuts, bolts, whatevers. Some of this, some of that.
Don't get much done.
Yeah.
Like just getting the materials that you need to even work on a project ends up taking up like half the day. It's so irritating. Let's see.
Might be just what we need.
They've got a bunch of different colors.
Nice.
Well, I don't know if that's good or not. I don't know if it's what we need.
While she's working on that, I'm going to look for some screws. Ooh, yeah, we're going to use some brass ones. This is going on the air vents, and they're all painted black, and we wanted the screw to kind of have a little pop of color. So yeah, I think these will be just right. I guess we'll find out. Here goes. I was totally right. It's perfect.
Oh man.
Laura was totally right on the color too. Brass looks great. Oh man, what? What'd you break?
I gotta touch up that plaster around there.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm, about.
Yeah, this one doesn't look quite as good. There's plaster work that needs to be done around this. But again, I think that the brass looks fantastic. They're cute. All finished up on this side. There's a hole on the other side too, but I've got one of those for over here as well. But I'm gonna run downstairs, check on Laura. She's starting the stain work on our woodwork.
Well, I have the boards laid out and I just lightly sanded them. So now I'm going over them with this tack cloth. It's really sticky. I think it's coated in a wax or something like that. It feels like wax. And it just picks up all the little particles of dust. But I think it's really interesting, the variation in color. These are all red oak, and you can definitely see the red tones in these two, but this board looks completely different. So we'll see how they stain.
So we got a few different types so that we could test them out.
Yeah, I have 3 different colors. We have red oak, dark walnut, and I think this one's called honey. Yes. So they were very close matches based on the samples in the store, but you still need to test it because you never know quite how it's going to turn out. So this one's honey. It's much darker than it sounds. You'd think it would be like a light golden color or something, but it's pretty dark.
Excuse me.
So, all right, I'm just gonna test each one of these. I've got the back side of one of the baseboards face up here, and I'm just gonna do a little test spot. I'm gonna do 1 coat of each, and then I'm gonna try 2 coats of each, and then I'm gonna start playing with mixing them to see if we need to mix at all to get the right color. Maybe one of these will be perfect on the first try, but doubtful. All right, so this one's red oak. Let's see how this one turns out. My fear with the red oak would be that it would be too red because this is actual red oak. But so far that looks really pretty.
Which one's this one?
This one's dark walnut.
Oh, that's definitely going to be too dark.
Too dark and too
Brown.
like green. Has green undertones in it.
Yeah.
It's not as warm as the red oak. But sometimes you can mix them. Like you could do the first coat with this and then maybe put the red oak stain on top and have it. So then that way you get the darker undertones and then the red oak will bring out more of the red. So we'll just have to play with it. All right, honey, let's see how this one does. This one actually looks like it's the darkest. Oh, maybe not.
Ooh, that one actually looks real close.
I think this one maybe with the red oak could work. But we'll see. Well, John was right. He said that the stains that you buy in the store are never as dark as the samples. So the sample pieces must have had multiple coats. I mean, this is roughly 2 coats on this bottom side here. But I really want to try more coats of the red oak and see if it darkens up at all.
Ooh,
It's
yeah.
going to be really hard to duplicate this rich color.
Yeah.
But this one's not bad. I think with a little bit more work, we can get that one to match. I'm going to also try this on top of this one.
Yeah. I got a quick little safety project I've got to do here too. There's fears of this guy vibrating its way out of the window. It has a screw hole so you can actually like screw it into the window frame. But who wants to ruin their window frame like that? There we go. Just as a test, I'll hold the air conditioner in. Yeah. It ain't going nowhere. It's looking great.
Thanks.
So far.
I think they look pretty good.
Yeah.
So I've got 2 coats of the red walnut on these 2 boards. This one is getting the second coat right now.
And you're right, it definitely is going to need like a few
It's got to
layers.
get like that richer color.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering, do I do a 3rd layer of the red walnut or red oak? Or do I do one of the darker coats on top of the dark walnut or the honey?
This middle board almost
It's
doesn't...
lighter.
Yeah, it's not as red. So I'd say another layer of the red oak on the middle one at least.
Okay.
And this one is very zebra-y. Like the grain is...
Yeah, all 3 of the boards are different, which is interesting. I mean, that's the other thing about staining. When you're finishing wood, there's so many different things to consider. There's the wood grain. It looks different from different angles and different lighting. So that's why I think there's a little bit of forgiveness in, maybe not getting a perfect match. But it definitely needs to be close, at least in the value. And I think that these are not dark enough yet.
Another thing we got at the store was the bolts to put together the bed. So I've got a bed to put together. There God. Ta-ta! There's a big bed for a little room.
Yeah, so it looks like.
I mean, it's got a little room to move back.
No, it doesn't. Not by the time we hang the drapes. Why don't we try putting the bed angled in that corner? Let's see how that looks.
Laura wants me to try to turn it at an angle and angle it in the room, which I think is going to be worse. But see, this is just kind of dumb. Now it's like in the way. And if it's going to be at an angle, it's definitely going to be a harder angle. I don't know. I don't know that I like it. I don't know. I kind of like this better, but ultimately the decision's not up to me. It's up to the interior designer. We'll wait to see what she says.
Here's the other way was just way too tight. And this will allow us to pull it out a little bit to allow for room for the drapes.
Yeah.
With the bed there, are you able to open your closet door all the way?
All the way that matters.
How'd you get so sweet? How'd you get so sweet?
I don't even think you're that sweet,
How'd you
Kate.
get to be so sweet?
Who am I kidding? You're the sweetest.
You're the sweetest.
Bye again.
Text me if you need anything from Lowe's.
I need all the things.
Yeah.
Get me one of every tool.
That'd be really expensive.
It'd be pretty awesome though.
All right. Wish me luck.
Good luck. Break a leg.
If they don't have that red Sedona color, I'm just giving up.
We're going to be hanging this guy in here. Well, up high. Probably about here. But to get a good measurement, I want to put this up against the ceiling and mark out where I've got to put my holes.
Just got back from Lowe's. Like, if I have to run there again, I'm gonna lose my mind. But, all right, I'm on my 5th try here. I got the Sedona Red. I think this is gonna work. It looks very red. I mean, I can even look at it in the jar and tell that it's super red. Ooh, there we go.
Yeah.
It just kind of soaks in. All right, let me just get our sample and see if it's kind of the right tint of red. Ooh, I think that's gonna work.
Yeah. This plus that.
Right. Equals
Yeah.
the middle one. I think that's
I think
gonna
so.
work.
I think it'll
It might
look
take
good.
several coats, but that's okay. If that's what it takes, then that's what it takes. It's better than driving to Lowe's again.
All right, here's a real test.
I know, I'm kind of scared just putting it straight on there, but it's what you gotta do. Yeah, that's definitely making it more red. Let me grab this again. I mean, that's looking
yeah.
a lot closer.
Much closer.
Also, see how this line is so dark?
Oh yeah,
It
probably because
almost looks like they put... Do you think I should put a darker stain down in the crack?
they probably just got a lot of stain down in the crack. and
That's
then
what
it-
I'm thinking, but we could make it match just by, you know, putting more of that down in there.
Sure. Do what you think's right.
Yeah, you're right. These boards are too pretty. I mean, like the new molding is gonna, it's still gonna look new, even though it's a perfect match as far as the shape goes.
Yeah. It'll get dinged up.
Yeah.
It'll eventually
we need
match.
It to take a beating in order to blend in.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just go like drag this down the sidewalk for a little bit.
That's a terrible idea.
But then it would match.
We could
Let
throw rocks
Roland-
at it.
Let's let Roland play with it for a little bit. Hello all, I'm back at the Fed trying to get some more work done. This week has just been really rough. I know it probably seems like we haven't been making much progress at the Fed, and we kind of haven't, but we've also been doing stuff behind the scenes, like placing orders and planning for what's next to come. So I'm here today, I'm gonna get a little bit more work done, but I did want to show you an update on all of the trim pieces that I have finished. I have most of them laid out here. And I think they're done. I've now put 7 or 8 coats of stain on them, but it's really difficult to replicate that rich patina of the original old wood. So that's why it's taken so many coats. I think we're finally there. There's been a lot of drying time in between each coat, coming back, checking, seeing how it looks, and then trying to reapply to get it to match. So it's been kind of a long process. I think I'm finally ready to put the top coat of poly on. It's actually gonna get 2 coats. And then when it's done, at that point in time, they can be installed. These are the baseboards for the bathroom. They still feel a little bit tacky, so I think I'm gonna let those dry overnight before putting the polyurethane on top. So hopefully by end of day tomorrow, these will be ready to install. So I know I said there was a lot going on this past week. So one of the things was my birthday. I didn't really feel like celebrating this year. I think this was the first birthday that I've had that I was kind of like, yeah, I'll just pass. Can we just not have a birthday this year? I don't really want to get much older. But it was nice. We saw some family. We had our first big family gathering since the since the start of COVID, really. So it was nice seeing everybody. It had been more than a year since we'd seen some of our family members. So that was really great. And then one of the other things that's happened this past week that has kind of slowed things down is that my email got hacked. So if you're one of the lucky people that got a spam email from me, you're welcome. No, seriously, big pain in the butt. Part of the joys of life, right? Here you can see my handiwork. This is the original. It's shadowed a little bit in this light. And then this is one of my stain boards. So I think color-wise, I mean, if I do say so myself, I think it looks pretty darn good. Cannot wait to see these installed.